The story of Bibisco started in 1997 when Björk published her third album, Homogenic. The track number 4 was the beautiful Bachelorette. At that time, I was 22 years old, and I used to watch the video of the song on the newborn MTV Italy. The video features Björk as a bachelorette, a young woman who finds a book buried in her garden that begins to write itself. She takes the book to a publishing house, and the book becomes so popular that everyone in the city starts reading it. Ever since I was a child, I've loved reading, but the video impressed me so much that an urgency to write came over me. In that period, I spent so many nights in front of my text editor, this one, writing one word after another, following the idea of the story I had in my mind. But every time I read what I had written, I felt a deep disappointment. I didn't understand why, but it didn't work. So, after several attempts, I gave up, and I dedicated myself to finishing my study of computer engineering, to reading, and to being a 20-year-old guy. But many years later, I happened to watch the video again on YouTube, and that urgency to write came back over me. But I decided to study a different approach. So I started to study dramaturgy, and everything became clearer, and I learned some important lessons. Lesson number 1, the idea of the novelist to write guided only by the sacred fire of inspiration is quite naive. Lesson number 2, the most important, the conflict of each character is the driving force of every novel. But what is exactly a conflict? A conflict is a desire to be realized, is a reaction to an external situation. It is an inner need. Conflict leads a character to action and to change the condition of things. So a novel is the story of a change in the condition of things and of the evolution of characters during this process. There is no novel without conflict. That's it. So it's all about characters, and novels only work if their characters are believable. Characters that are completely good or completely evil are stereotypes, and for this are not believable. Characters are believable when you can understand the complexity of their human nature, their qualities, their defects, their contradictions. So how can create a believable characters? The only way is to know everything about them. Behavior, physical aspects, sociology, psychology, all their life before the novel begins. With these lessons learned, I decided to get to know my characters through a long series of questions, such as an interview. So I prepared a character sheet on a simple text document, like this. When I started to fill in the form, the characters gradually took shape, became real. It was wonderful, because they were telling me their stories, and I just had to listen and write down what they said. When I completed filling the forms, I was ready to write the first scene of my novel, but soon I found myself lost in a mountain of text document files. I tried to organize everything in folders on my notebook, but wasn't enough. What I really needed was a novel development environment, a unique program in which define the architectural elements of the novel, to know my characters, to write my scenes with a fully featured text editor. I looked for a software like this, but I couldn't find it. So I decided to make it myself, because I thought, I'm a developer. I have the superpower of creating things. I soon realized that the project was complex and ambitious, but at the same time was extremely exciting because it was my project. And I felt a deep sense of well-being and fulfillment in seeing my literary soul and my computer soul, which I have always considered as opposed, merging in the construction of something new. I used to work at the project in the free time I had after my family and my professional activities. And my mantra becomes, what have you done today for Bibisco? After 2 years of work, I released bibisco 1.0 in the April 2014. I licensed the bibisco under GPL 2.0. The project was well received, and the help of the early adopter was crucial. They helped me to find bugs. They suggested me new features. They translated bibisco in their own languages. They supported the project with posts and articles. They supported me with beautiful messages I had never received as a computer consultant. And this is the magic of the open source community, where people from all over the world, without knowing each other, work together to build something beautiful for the benefit of all. About me, and I'm Andrea Feccomandi, I'm 41 years old, I'm from Bologna in the north of Italy, and I'm a family man, and I love my beautiful wife and my 2 kids. I'm a passionate software engineer, and I'm a CTO in a software house in Bologna. I love books, music, movies, TV series, basketball, and Lego. I have not yet written my novel, but if it's true that a person is happy when he's able to fully develop its potential, I can say with certainty that bibisco made me an happier person. That's all. Thank you very much.